Wouldn't normally make a video out of this kind of thing, guys, but it just feels like the most horse thing to happen. And I'm aware that, like, I don't know, I feel like my channel has been, like, loads of amazing things have happened this year, and I feel like sometimes I need these more kind of reality check videos and just to keep it real with you guys. Anyway, so nothing has happened yet, and I wanted to do this before the vet came. But essentially, Jammy obviously did her last event at Chillington. So good, so amazing. Her break was all planned. She started her break. I was doing work with her. I rode her out a couple of times. Like, she felt incredible. Like, she was so fit. She wasn't ready to stop eventing. And then I went off to film my H&C program, which you'll have seen. Maybe you've seen part 1 and 2 of. Don't know yet. And I purposely didn't take Jam. She was more than fit enough to go. And I was a bit like, oh my God, this is such a cool opportunity. Like, I should be taking her. And I was like, no, because you've promised her that she's going to have a break. There's only so many miles you can put on a horse. Like, I'm a strong believer of, like, you've only got so many jumps in a horse. And I was like, no, come on, be sensible. Other opportunities will come up where you can take Jammy to. So let's take Winnie, let Jammy chill. I obviously go away for the best part of, what was it, like nearly 5 days. And in that time, the weather really changed, and Jam had an episode of going nuts in the field. And then she came in with the fattest and hottest leg ever. And I'm freaking out about it so much. I'm paranoid that she's done some kind of soft tissue damage. Anyway, so Mum, bless her, was incredible and was like icing it 3 times a day, and it's gone down so much. And then I got back, it was definitely still fat and hot. Like, it wasn't, Mum said it was like a balloon the first time, like the first day she came in. So it'd gone down a loads, but there was definitely filling down her leg and definitely heat. So we keep icing it. We then went away for a family wedding. So then we came back from the wedding and we were like, it's not back to 100%. So yeah, we called the vet, and our amazing vets, Field-Ekman vets, they're coming out today and we're going to get it scanned. So, I don't know, I just feel really stressed about it, and for some reason I feel compelled to make just a tiny update video on this. It's more just a case of if anyone wants to watch it. And I feel like we all, as horse owners, go through these horrible stresses. I'm praying, absolutely praying, that it's just, I don't know, one of those things. Horses do weird things and they just get filling, don't they? But yeah, the back of my mind is that it's going to be soft tissue. She's definitely not sound, I don't think. Watched her trot across the field. It's hard in the field, isn't it? Because our field's downhill. She's still been going out overnight because I didn't want to box rest her until we kind of had the vet's opinion, because she goes a bit crazy box rest. And then if I box rest her for 3 days and then turned her out, she'd go mental again. So like, we've tried to just keep her routine. But yeah, she trotted downhill down the field yesterday, and she was going away from me at an angle, so it's hard to tell, but I was like, you look great. Anyway, being a horse owner, so yeah, if you're watching this wanting an entertaining vlog, you're probably best clicking off now. Or guys, you could really help me out, pay for my vet bills. You could just leave it playing, just mute it, go to a new tab. You could also like and subscribe. It would be very helpful, because vet bills have been aplenty recently. Anyway, I'm going to go and show you the leg. The vet should be here any minute now, so let's go get your opinion and go and see Jammy. I've also got exciting news about her. But it might not be exciting if she's done an injury. Here she is. Already losing your eventing bod, aren't you, Bam Bam? My little baby. As I said, it has gone down a lot. Today is the first day. Whoop, let's get some light. Nope, I stand corrected. That's really weird. So this morning came in. It's so hard to show on camera, isn't it? Because it's just like, you can't really see. Someone came in and felt them and was like, oh, that's like the best it's ever felt. And we're very much like, do you know what, let's just get the vet to still come and scan it, because it's weird that it's been like this for 5 days now. Anyway, just come in now, mid-morning, and it's already filled up and definitely gotten hotter. So obviously the standing in isn't doing it any favours. Very glad we've still got the vet coming. It would just be good to know, won't it? I feel like it's good to have scans of your horse's legs regardless, especially as they start to get a bit older. Not that Jammy's old, she's 9. But I feel like it's quite good to know they're normal. Anyway, the exciting news I was going to tell you, and what Jammy's update video was meant to be. It was meant to be a debrief of our season and how blimmin' epic she's been. But obviously I did Chillington and we were 3rd, and at the time I couldn't say whether we'd qualified or not, because BE don't actually tell you on the day if you qualified, because it's all done with like percentages after. But she is confirmed qualified for badminton grassroots at 100 level, which is amazing. Very big achievement in itself, qualifying Jammy. But it obviously, she's so grumpy. I think it's because she's not working. Obviously does add pressure and stress over the winter. Trying to keep them sound and trying to keep them happy. Anyway, we'll wait for the vet to come and see what happens.
So the puffiness has gone down today.
Just check it. Girl. Back's doing well.
Yes. Yeah. For the moment. If she has too much time off, the back will probably start to.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to about her having to have time
that's
off.
why, because I
box rest.
was going away over the weekend. I thought, should I keep her in box rest? I thought, well, I'm just going to come back to us very stiff. And as it was improving overnight, I just didn't know what to do really.
Yeah.
I was hoping it'd come back and it'd be gone.
Okay. Right, go lift it up, sausage.
Quick walkthrough of the process here. So we started with a full examination in the stable. Joe, our amazing vet, looked around Jam's entire body and then obviously focused in on the leg. And then we went out and did just an initial trot up to see what she looked like. And then we did a flexion test. However, we're only flexing the fetlock joint here, so not like a normal flexion test. And I think, if my understanding is correct with flexion tests, you expect them to trot away lame for the first few strides, but it's how quickly they come back sound is what you're looking for. So then we go and lunge her, and this is where we finally saw some issues, but only on this left rein. You'll see when we go back onto the right, she looks a lot better. The school really needed a harrow, like, oh, it's so bad. I really meant to harrow it, but I just ran out of time. But there's definitely a noticeable difference between the left and the right rein. So that was like a massive red flag that Joe picked up on. So then we're like, okay, we need to scan her. So for that, we have to clip her legs where we're going to scan, because the scanner can't go through air, apparently, and obviously air gets trapped in the hairs. So Joe did a lovely little clipping job for me down her leggies, like down the tendons that we need to look at. And then she also cleaned them. Again, we just had to get rid of absolutely any grease or dirt so the scanner could get through it. And then it was time to scan and see what we could find. I hate this bit because I have no idea what's on the screen.
Just loads of grey blobs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this long stripy thing, there to there, always long stripes, that's her lateral suspensory branch. I'm going to go down now. And this is the sesamoid bone. So you see it attaching to the sesamoid bone here.
Okay.
So what we want is lots of strong stripes, which we've got.
Do we have lots of strong stripes? Good.
We do. But I'll just compare to the other leg and stuff and do some measurements. You know, she's not painful when you squeeze it and she passes the flexion. I think it is just a bit of joint filling, but suspensory branch injuries can make the joint fill. So
okay.
So now I've turned the probe sideways. It's this round thing.
Right.
It's her suspensory branch now in cross section.
Uh-huh.
So if I turn my probe, that's it in long ways. Ooh. So you see it's stripy?
Yeah.
And you turn it and it's in cross section. So we look at it both ways. Looking for holes.
Mm.
Don't panic, this is a blood vessel, it's supposed to look like that. That's not a hole.
Just a gaping hole there.
Yeah. There we go. It's just handy when they're this well behaved.
Yeah. We're quite lucky actually with all of ours at the minute.
Good.
They're being quite well behaved through all their vet visits.
Because they like seeing vets.
Yeah.
There you go, Angel.
After what felt like the longest half hour in history, Jo sadly found what we were looking for.
A bit of rest. Yeah. So, this is quite difficult to watch. So, this is her normal one. And what I'm looking at is this ligament that does this across here. This stripy thing this way. So that's the normal size. And this side, I'm really struggling to get that sort of strap.
Yeah.
It's sort of occupying this whole area.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's all of that compared to that.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the first things that happens with an injury is enlargement, swelling.
Right.
So it just looks a bit bigger. And not as pretty.
What? So that's wrapped around her fetlock.
Around the fetlock. Yeah. So I think the joint may be swollen because fetlocks are they're only designed to go forward and backwards. They only flex and extend. So any side to side wobble, they can injure themselves.
And the trouble
And get
is,
flared up. So it's just that quick
I think that's
split
exactly what
moment.
she's done. She's cantered round with after all that rain we had last Wednesday, and probably had a little slip. And sideways trip, eh?
Just looking at this on its own, it's this structure here. And it's by no means mullered.
Right.
Will it eventually go back to its proper?
Oh yeah, I would hope so. It just looks larger. In a picture on that other one, I can get a really tight strap, like a band.
So that could cause the joint swelling. It won't be the joint swelling that's caused this.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Would have been easier if it was just joint.
Yeah. In all honesty, the key to managing will probably still be to inject the joint.
Right.
Even when they do suspensory branches and stuff, the thing that gets them sound is actually injecting the joint a lot of the time. Obviously you treat the ligament as well, but it's just perfect time of year to be chilling. So it's particularly this end here. You just lose the stripy. You get bigger bits of fluid coming in black. And here, look, it just goes a bit.
That's not looking so good.
Jammy, I thought we were out of the woods when we first started scanning.
Me too. So this is the top bit here where it inserts onto the bone.
Thank goodness for amazing vets. So we think we have an answer. You never 100% know with horses, do you? But we've got a pretty good idea. Kind of good news and bad news. So she has done an injury. Having to look at my vet notes here, but yeah, her fetlock joint is inflamed, and at the start we thought it was just that, and we're like, okay, maybe she's got like a bit of arthritis or something in there, but then we found the cause of it, and she has done the medial collateral ligament. So it's the ligament that wraps around her fetlock. When I say done it, we're very lucky that we've caught it extremely early, so she's not blown it, and she's like Jo was saying, she's hardly lame. She's not lame in a straight line. She's only lame on the left rein on a tight circle on the lunge, and it's again not lame. It's more like uncomfortable, but she's showing something. And Jo said that made sense with the picture we got afterwards. It kind of all came together that it is this. So yeah, basically, from what I can understand, it's that her fetlock has kind of, obviously they're meant to go that way, and she's done something that's meant it's like gone side to side, which it's not supposed to do. So it could have been story of my life. This could have possibly dated back to our fall at Bicton, because she really hit the ground and kind of went down like that. Equally, could have nothing to do with that, and she could have literally just done it in the field, but she could have kind of like irritated it then, and then she's done something in the field, and that's been the kind of catalyst. What we do know is that obviously she's been really good and she's been very well managed, but something in the last week has caused this to happen. So she's on box rest, which is a bit sad. Box rest for 4 weeks, but we've actually, thankfully, we're allowed to go out and do some in-hand walking, because we kind of want to keep her moving. She just can't be turned out and can't do anything where there's, well, we're going to try and reduce as much as possible where she's on soft, slippy ground, because she could completely reset it, or, you know, that could be the thing that makes it blow, because as Joe said, it's mild at the minute, but it's really good we've caught it when we have, because it's it's not a very common injury, and if it were to completely blow, we'd be pretty, pretty buggered, to be honest. So, yeah, 4 weeks box rest with some walking. We're going to inject the fetlock, because we think that'll help with the inflammation. And then, yes, we're going to do that in 2 weeks, and then just constantly assessing her. We're playing it as safe as we possibly can. And at the 4 week mark, we'll assess whether she can start getting brought back for London or not. We'll probably scan it again, because that's the big thing we're meant to be doing this winter, and that's exactly why I'd planned this break the way I did, was so that I could bring her back for London, because I'm doing the demo. Tickets are available for that, by the way, guys. What bad timing to promote that, but yeah, one way or another I'm going to go. It might be taking Winnie, and it might be taking a brand new horse, who knows. But yeah, I'll definitely still go to that, but that's what we need to assess with Jam, whether she can be aimed at that. But I feel like we've got a really good plan in place. We'll obviously do everything we can. We've got extra therapy things we can do, physios we can contact. She can do all of her, I'll keep doing all her carrot stretches in her stable, so that we keep the back nice and supple. So yeah, although it's annoying, and it is, you know, it is an injury, I feel like we've been so lucky with catching it. I'm so glad that Mum and I are as pedantic as we are, because the slightest thing we're like, no, this isn't right. Because yeah, Joe was like, this could have easily been like people would have easily left this thinking like, oh, it'll just clear up, and then you can really, you know, it can go downhill very quickly. So got to stay positive. It is good timing. My season's finished. Although we're aiming for London, the main thing is badminton next year. We've got loads of time before then, so we can afford to play it as safe as possible, and hopefully she'll come back. It is mild, Jammy. Joe kept trying to reassure me of that, but it's definitely there, so. Oh, poo. Poo, poo, poo. You think you're doing the best thing possible for them, don't you? But stuff always crops up. Anyway, that is my rather unfortunate Jammy update. But like I said, trying to stay positive. There are trying to stay positive, because there are positives. Yeah, this could have been a lot worse. So, anyway, I'll keep you guys updated. I probably won't do another vlog about it unless there's anything like massively that changes, but I'm hoping what's on this paper is going to be how it goes, and then we'll be thinking about trotting or not being on box rest in 4 weeks. Fingers crossed. But anyway, I'll obviously keep you updated on Instagram, so head over there if you want more regular updates. Please like, comment and subscribe, because I've got lots of vet bills. Right guys, I live, love, love you, and I'll see you soon. Say bye, Jam. She's doing thirsty work, being a patient. Bye. I love you. Good girl.